All right, here we go. We got a little carpentry job. Say hi, Harry.
Hi, Gary.
So Harry and I got to jack up a building, so we're building some cribbing, and we're just going to put it together. So I'll just put you on the time lapse. Nice day. We're working inside the shop here. Basically, we got to build 2 towers. 12 by 12 was too expensive. It was $67 a foot. This stuff was, by the time we screw the 2 6 by 12s together, it works out to about 11.5 bucks a foot. So we'll build 2 5-foot tall towers here in the shop, put them on the truck. We can set them with a forklift to cut down on on-site time when we go to jack the building up. We'll be spanning the post with these one on each side, weld that up, then we can cut the old post out. There's a post they ran into with a forklift, so this will be that kind of repair. Anyway, we're just gonna keep screwing these together and we'll time lapse the building of one of them. We'll square this level.
Okay.
You can bring that right on here right now. A little more.
How about there?
Yeah. Back out. Hold it. Hold it. Those are done. Quitting time. You need one of these. Oh, not that one. Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, if I got more of those. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. I got more. Yes. Oh, this is best ever. Oh, what a mess. Okay, on the menu today, we've got this project here. I'm gonna try to blast as much of this out as I can. I know it won't get done today, and it'll run into the weekend. Today's Friday. That's okay. I'd like to have it done and deliverable by, well, maybe Monday. That would be kind of nice. But I also have a little side project I'm going to do for the same place it gets delivered. So I got a little side quest I'll kind of work on as I think about it. And I'll start putting this thing together. All right. this is the deck for this. This is a second one of these that I built. I was hoping to get to build a third one at the same time, but we're just doing one at a time. The first one I did had a 10 gauge deck on it. This is 1/4 inch on heavier cross members, closer space. Where the pallet sat on the other one, it kind of bagged out. I may replace the piece when I fix it. I'm gonna deliver this and bring the old one, the original one, back here for repair. I don't think I'll replace the whole deck, but I may fix the piece that's bagged out. Okay, we gotta get those flipped around now. Stand by. Okay, the bases of those two are welded well enough. Since it's the main connection, I'll be putting a couple extra passes on each one of those inside corners. The top is still just tacked, holding it apart so that those could be squared, but before we weld those out anymore, we'll go ahead and put the front member in. We still have a cross member to put in here, actually two of them. But I may put that top on there now so that I can square it up so that I can tack it better. But I don't want to weld this out until that other piece is in and the whole thing is squared, because it'll never move again if I do that. Okay, it fits good. I'm happy with how it's going to fit. But what I have to do is I have to carve out the weld on the inside of those corners. So I'll do that with a hard disc real quick, and then we'll reset. All right, we'll get that chain down. All right, that looks good. Good to go. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to shoot the wrap up of that thing. All the hopper and everything's on. Oh, it's gonna work fine. I'll deliver that and then take the old one back to fix it. I did that one kind of quick, but there's the new one in place, ready to be used. That's all good. And we got the old one loaded up. I'll take it home and fix it. On to the next job. All right, quick checkup here. I'm probably not gonna film this today or much of it, maybe some checkups. Truck's on site, Harry's on site. That's Harry's skid there. We got a big cider room. Say good morning, Harry. There's Ed over there, that's the job guy, the client. Here's the fix. These are those things we set up. We got a couple things going on here. We've got this post with forklift damage here. It's got a dent in it, but we're gonna fix it like it fell apart. So first step, we've got these channels here setting on plates. This is partial pin welds going up in 4 spots around this. So we'll weld one side, then slip the other one in there. Inspector's not here yet, but we're expecting him anytime soon. So once that's up, we can then tension it with the jack and shim up the 2 ends, take the weight off the roof, and then we were supposed to do this fix before they put this epoxy in here, but they spent a lot of time and a bunch of money with this brand new floor to increase our difficulty level. So we've got that all cut out around it. And once the tension's off and that's all good, we'll cut this out and then work on the plate first to figure out one of the bolts is damaged. So we'll work that out and start with that, and then we can cut our piece to go in there, bevel that. We got a sleeve to go in. Inspector will be here through all that. He may get a nice break in the middle of it, but so we'll make that partial pen weld. That's all inspected from fit up through completion, and then the bottom just to fill it around that plate. So. And then we'll tear it all down. We got to scarf that off. It might be simpler to cut these off here and then we'll have a little more room for scarfing. The first one's going to be easy to weld. The second one will be a little more difficult because I got to reach in and look down. And then there's a little cap that goes over the top to tie those together. But that's the deal for the day. We got a forklift over here from Mark. He brought that over. Rod oven is plugged in. Blankets are here. The floor is protected. We got a witness mark the bottom of this post. Even though the thing's crooked, we're gonna mark a couple of different directions. Well, maybe I'll just show you that while I'm doing it. Hang on. All right, that was pretty funny. That was a call from the powder coater. He just found the lost pieces. I missed this clip. I wanted to show you. Just put a few witness marks on that so we can lay the level back on that when we put the post on the new plate, because we got to replace all that down there. So that'll give us a zone to land it inside of, and that should be enough. We can't really make it plumb because let me back out here. We can't really plumb it up any better because we're welded and tied into this thing. So anyway, we're still waiting on the inspector. All right, say hi again, Harry.
Hi there, everybody.
All right.
The building didn't come down, that's the main thing.
Not yet. So we got the temp in, inspector's here watching every step of it. We cut a section out of there. The repair is going to happen about in here, but now we got to pull up the plate and fix it. See what we got to do to the concrete underneath. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. What we did was we got these sitting on there, and then we set the jack in there and ran it up, put a 1/4 inch shim in. Could probably use another one, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'll check back in once we get that plate fixed. Okay, another check up here. Harry's grinding out my tack for the bottom, and then we'll start tearing it apart. All right, we're jacking it up now. We're gonna pull these plates out, lower it down on the base plate, and then we can bolt it down and get that last bolt in there. Got it? Okay, we got the last pass around there. One last inspector to take a look at it, and then we can bolt it down. That's next. All right, we got one set of channels cut off there. We're gonna cut this other side off, and then remove. We can either gouge that off or get it with a zippy cut, but we gotta grind it smooth up there. Okay, we got one side off, blended, smooth. Ran out of cutting wheels. We were gonna air arc those off, gouge them off, but it was just too much mess, too much potential mess. It's already a mess. So we'll just finish that off in the morning. We're gonna move as much out tonight as we can, and then the last little bit we'll pull out, take about an hour, probably an hour and a half to cut that off. And that'll be a wrap, and they'll be back to making cider in here. They're just getting set up. New place for them, and other than that, everything else went good. Another small job.